Savior Yahawashi, peace, mercy, and blessings be abounding to you, brothers and sisters, throughout the four corners of the earth. The name of the Father, again, is Yahweh, and the name of our Savior is Yahawashi. And we want to just kind of continue on. We're going to actually go into the book of Romans, and we're kind of just go with wherever the Spirit leads us.
Yeah. This is Romans 12, starting at the 16th verse. It says, "Be of the same mind one toward another. Mind not high things, but condescend to men of low estate. Be not wise in your own conceits. Recompense no man evil for evil. Provide things honest in the sight of all men. If it be possible, as much as lieth in you, live peaceably with all men." Now, it's a beautiful scripture because it basically shows you how you need to operate in this world. Like me and the brothers, we talk about how wicked this place is, man. So you got to actually operate in a wise way to maneuver in this world to get out of, to escape many of the pitfalls that Esau has for you. And so you have to be wise in what you say and what you do, especially in the role that we're in. We operate as ambassadors of truth, and our lives should be a light or an example to others. And also, when you're dealing with these wicked, these other nations or whatever, you have to go to your jobs and deal with these people. You have to operate a certain kind of way. You can't be like we are on the block saying, Edomite this, Edomite that, and the so-called white man, blah, blah, blah. You have to be wise in these things, man. Mm-hmm. And in the midst of doing that, there are blessings in it. Yeah. Because it's in there for a reason. Right. You think of our forefather Joseph. Our forefather Joseph, he was being hit on by the Pharaoh's wife, by Potiphar's wife. And guess what happened with him? He was wise in how he operated, and the Most High exalted him from a low estate. Mm-hmm. He was in the prison. He was in the dungeons with the butler and the other dudes, man. And then next thing you know, he's second in command of Egypt. Mm-hmm. We can probably go ahead and get that in Genesis 41. Genesis 41, I think it started the 39th verse. But it kind of shows you how operating under these principles, how the blessings can be bestowed upon you instead of just operating off of your own fleshful and carnal mind. Because if you do it under your carnal mind, guess what? You're going to fall down. So the Most High is giving you a crutch or giving you some assistance on how you should operate in this world.
This is Genesis chapter 41, and let's start 39. And Pharaoh said unto Joseph, For as much as God hath showed thee all this, there is none so discreet and wise as thou art. Thou shalt be over my house, and according unto thy word shall all my people be ruled. Only in the throne will I be greater than thou.
Only in the throne shall Pharaoh be greater than Joseph. So you see that he actually applied that principle that was mentioned in Romans 12. That's right. He was being wise in how he operated. He didn't come up in there and say, Pharaoh, I'm this, that, and the other. Mm-hmm. He humbled himself until the Lord exalted. That's why the scriptures say the Lord exalted, that he who is abased, the Lord exalted. So you follow those principles, man, and you can be blessed in that, man. Mm-hmm. Because being arrogant in this thing, man, you can put yourself in a lot of trouble.
That's right. Yeah. I got a precept. It's Hebrews 12 and 14. Follow peace with all men, and holiness without which no man shall see the Lord. Right. So if you ain't got that peace with all men and holiness, it said that you won't see Yahweh, which means you ain't gonna get into the kingdom without it. Yep. That's one of the attributes that you're gonna have to have.
Yep, that's right. That's right. Yeah, I got another one here. This is Daniel 5 and 29. Then commanded Belshazzar, and they clothed Daniel with scarlet. Now this is Daniel's in the Babylonian captivity. Then commanded Belshazzar, and they clothed Daniel with scarlet, and put a chain of gold about his neck, and made a proclamation concerning him, that he should be the third ruler in the kingdom. Look at that, man. This is operating in the spirit of wisdom. And you see how if you operate in as a wise man in this truth, man, how the Most High can exalt you even in a base kingdom. You know, I don't see if any brothers want to be exalted in this kingdom, but you know, you can, you know, life would be better for, it could be better for you if you operate in that righteous and godly manner.
Oh, yeah. Given this is another one, I just flip right to it. Just let the Spirit do what it do, man.
Yeah.
I just, this is First Maccabees chapter 13 and verse 34. Moreover, Simon chose men and sent to King Demetrius to the end he should give the land in immunity, because all that Tryphon did was to spoil. Unto whom King Demetrius answered and wrote after this manner: King Demetrius unto Simon the high priest, and the friend of kings, as also unto the elders and nation of the Jews, sendeth greeting. The golden crown and the scarlet robe which ye have sent unto us we have received, and we are ready to make a steadfast peace with you, yea, and to write unto our offers to confirm the immunities which we have granted. And whatsoever covenants we have made with you shall stand, and the strongholds which ye have builded shall ye your own. As for any oversight or fault committed unto this day, we forgive it. And the crown tax also, which ye owe us, and if there were any other tribute paid in Jerusalem, it shall no more be paid. And that's just an example. You know, now of course, over time it's going to break, but those are just an example of like being peaceful with your enemies, man.
Right.
And at that particular time, they didn't tax Jerusalem.
Yep.
Because of the good gesture that Simon showed towards King Demetrius.
That's beautiful, man.
Because you know, it's what they say. An enemy of an enemy is a friend to me.
Right.
So when they had that division amongst each other, you had to sometimes do what's called political posturing for your people's sake. And one of the ways that they did that is they used the division among the Edomites to, you know, if you go through Maccabees, you see a lot of political things being done by elders. Some of them made mistakes, some of them things they did right, you know. And they played upon the different divisions and factions that was there, you know.
Right.
So sometimes it's okay to you know, do that to be at peace.
Yeah.
If at all possible. Yeah. You know, now we know that there's a time of peace and there's a time of war.
Right.
So yeah, you should know automatically that it's not always going to stay cordial.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is. You know, but that's why you have to have wisdom in the scriptures. You know that ultimately it's going to break, but if you can alleviate yourself for a time being, then do so. You know, especially without being able to compromise your loyalties to Yahweh.
Yeah.
That's the big thing. If you got to do it, it has to compromise your relationship with the Lord or your loyalties to your people as well. And man, you're basically, you know, you're done, man. You know, you're doing it for the wrong reason.
Right. And following that righteous way of Yahweh is basically He's showing you to take the path of least resistance. And by doing that, you can keep yourself out of a lot of harm and hurt.
Right.
You know, and like the brother said, it doesn't last forever. You know, because you know Esau, he breaks everything that, you know, no matter how much effort you put into it, it's going to come a time when that devil is just going to break it. You know, he's just going to come in like a stormtrooper on you.
A lot of times you got to use that time to regroup, man.
Right.
You know, this is it's the art of war, man. Anytime you have peace is the time to prepare. And that's really what it is, man.
Yeah, because in the book of the brother mentioned by Sun Tzu, The Art of War, it says, to know thyself and to know thy enemy, victory is assured. But to know thyself and know not thy enemy, a defeat is assured. So you have to basically know both sides in this thing, man.
Yeah, that's just why in the so-called conscious community, well, not all of them, because in some parts of the conscious community, it's know thyself and they knowing the wrong thing. But one of the things that, as far as like the brother said, from a principle standpoint, you got guys that they bring in trying to figure out who you are, your past, and understand who your enemy is. Right. And that's a very dangerous thing to Esau, because now you're getting into the real nature. You're trying to show your people the real nature of our enemy, man. And that's just why people are jacked up, man. Yeah. Because our people don't really understand, like, that they're prisoners of war. Yeah. You know, they don't understand that. Jake looks at it. We're in America. We're free.
Right.
No, you are a prisoner of war.
That's right.
You're a prisoner of war if you're not allowed to go back to your rightful place. You're a prisoner of war, plain and simple,
right.
man.
That's right.
Because the elites of this world, they know. You know, the elites of Edom know.
Yep.
They're co-conspirators to other nations know. So if they know, then how can they prevent you from getting what's rightfully yours?
Yep.
So therefore, you're in exile.
That's right.
You're in exile, man. That's all it is. You're in exile.
Yep.
You know, I'm seeing this from a global perspective. Because a lot of times, you know, if you don't look at this from a global perspective of the scattering, you can't really understand the scriptures.
Yep. Yep.
If you're just a Babylonian Israelite, or all Israelites are black Israelite, you ain't gonna understand that.
You ain't gonna understand it at all, man.
You're gonna just go ahead and jump into the arms of a Philistine ready to put a freaking cutlass through you.
Right. That's right.
Because you pro-black Israel.
Yeah, and see those guys that operate under that umbrella, they're not using wisdom whatsoever, man. You know, they may go through some laws, some scriptures or whatever, but the spirit of wisdom and understanding is not imparted upon a person like that. If you truly understand the scriptures. Because, you know, the script says in Psalms 111 and 10 is that a good understanding have all they to do is commandments. So now you got to look at yourself and say, are those people who are saying all black Israelites, are they truly doing the commandments? Because that understanding is not imparted upon them. They don't have that good understanding. You know, there's plenty of scriptures inside the Bible that talks about attaining that understanding and then wisdom being imparted upon you. We see that, you know, that a lot of our people, you know, who call themselves Israelites, the all-black crew, what do you call it, the Old Testament only. Yeah. You know, they're not
America's only.
America's only.
Western Hemisphere Israelites.
Yep.
I mean, the only Israelites is on the Western Hemisphere.
Come on, man. You don't have any understanding.
But scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, though,
Come on. Four corners of the earth, but they all over here. Come on, man.
Yeah, even Yahweh reiterated in the books of the prophets, I said I will scatter thee into corners.
Right.
To the uttermost parts of the earth.
Yeah, what is the uttermost?
To islands afar off.
Come on, man. So that means man, that stuff is crazy, man.
That's the reason why you have to rely on the gospel message itself.
Right.
To bring in the elect. We're not looking for you can't be like we're looking for ours, you're looking for the elect.
Yep, that's right.
When you're looking for the elect, you only can rely on a spiritual message. You can't rely on a carnal.
Yep.
Because carnal will make it to where you're the judge.
Yep, that's right.
When you're not letting Yahweh be the judge, you let him fool in.
Man. Man. We gotta go. We gotta get up out of here. We got to get up out of here, man. Boy, that stuff is ridiculous.
Wow.
Wasn't that ridiculous, bro?
Bro.
Boy, we got to get up out of here.
Boy, looking like...
They ain't got some tights on.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Hey, man, that stuff is crazy, man. And he
Look.
It's like that bird. It's like that Clifton Birdman.
Yeah.
What happened to that boy?
What happened to that boy? Yep.
What happened to that boy? He came to Babylon. He changed his gender.
And you know what's so cold, man? This dude will keep on doing that, man, and he'll turn into a full-fledged looking female.
No, it's too late. He done already went to the stage where the testosterone then kicked in. He didn't get the testosterone blockers. So, you know, the level of go to surgery.
Yeah, they get that
they
surgery.
Can go pretty far.
Yeah, that surgery.
You know.
Man, that stuff, man, that stuff put a pit in your stomach, bro. You see that nastiness, man.
The reason why that's happening is because of that's a full sign of submission. You know, the biggest sign of submission is when a man wants to no longer be a man. That's what shows. That's the ultimate sign of of being destroyed.
Right.
You know, the ultimate sign of being destroyed is as a man is wanting to become a woman.
That boy is totally destroyed.
You basically said, I submit completely to the Edomite rule, the oppression.
Mm-hmm. He on the verge of probably committing suicide every day.
Yep.
Whoa,
can't be happy with yourself running around here looking like that.
Hey, man. And
that fake love, man.
That
fake love is what they're really getting. Meaning that it'll be temporary when they get around the people that support that stuff. But when they leave, reality hits like, damn, you know?
It's just like Most High was talking about how Israel is always seeking for love, but never coming into him. You know, and this is what, that was an Issacharite that came up here looking like a woman, so-called Issacharite. And you can see that dude, hey man, he's seeking for love from here. This is love he was seeking from, and look what the love has gotten him.
Well, you got to look at this like this. As an Israelite man, you already things get internalized because you're under heavy hate by the dominant society. So you know who the dominant society is.
Right.
So what they do is what Esau's done. He's created what you call protected classes. So the LGBT is a protected class. So now, what the internalization is that now they begin to see that there's an area where they can seek refuge.
Right.
So what Esau has done is he's created like a refuge for men that are of Israel to now say, you know what, if I want to be protected in this society, I can no longer be an Israelite man that is what you would classify as a heterosexual, so-called black, Hispanic, Native American man, at least in this society.
Yeah.
So they begin to say, you know what, I need to seek refuge because I'm under attack.
Right.
And the refuge, and they open up an area of refuge, which is the LGBT. You're protecting class.
Israel did that in the past too. When they were when the Babylonians were coming up against the Assyrians, and they sought to seek refuge or help from Egypt. Yeah. And Most High had to get on it. He said, I am the Most High. I am your Savior, and there's no other God with me. But the thing is that they were not going towards the Most High for protection. They went to Egypt.
Right.
Save us from these Babylonians. But the mandate, the council from above was already mandated that Babylon was going to come down and knock the Assyrian Empire down, man.
Now remember, one of the laws is that that the leader shall not make the people to go back into Egypt.
Come on, man. Yep.
That's right.
And look what they did.
That's one of the laws.
Yep. And they went right back. They went right back, man.
You know? That's a law. That's Deuteronomy.
Come on, man.
Read that.
Huh?
Yep.
You just read that earlier? Yeah.
Yep. And I think that battle, there was a battle during that time. It was called the Battle of Carchemish.
Was that in Pharaoh Necho?
I think so.
Pharaoh Necho was, I believe, for the...
Yeah.
Well, Pharaoh Necho was the one where... I think, what's his name had went... No, Pharaoh Necho was trying to war, and then... We were told not to be involved in it.
Josiah
and Pharaoh Necho told him, hey, listen, the Lord told me to go fight this.
Right. And that wound up being the Battle of Carchemish right there. Yeah. And so, it's good.
He told me, I think he even said Yahweh told me.
Yeah, he did. He told him. And Josiah went ahead and did it anyway. He was like, man, look. And they mourned for Josiah because when he came into power, he had the grandest Passover ever.
That's how he got. That's how he died.
That's how he died, man. Going against the will of the Father, man.
And Pharaoh told him, Yahweh, your God told me to go to this battle.
He said, your God. Yeah,
I don't know. He said your God, but I know he said. I believe he said Yahweh.
The Lord.
The Lord, which would have been Yahweh.
Yeah. So.
But that's a whole nother level of
right.
Of what's it called right there.
That's some.
Because the heathen, they'll get multiple levels. They'll get their own divination, but then one of them would be like the God of Israel is speaking.
Has spoken to me.
They're a priest,
Yeah.
So I got a message from the God of Israel, Yahweh.
Come on, man. That's some powerful stuff right there, man. That's kind of like Balaam and Balaam. That the prophet of the Midianites, and he was showing, speaking to our power, man. And he said, man, you ain't gonna go out there and curse my people, man. Gonna put a blessing on them. That's what you're gonna do. Man. Oh man, boy.
Yeah, Pharaoh Necho. That's in Kings. I knew it was in Kings. I didn't know what chapter.
Boy, they man.
So if you want to read about it, that's 2 Kings 23rd chapter. And y'all brothers and sisters wondering.
It becomes a time where you really gotta look at society and you say to yourself, man, why? I don't want to be a partaker of this thing. This should be in every heart and mind of every brother and sister in this truth, man. I don't want to be a partaker of this thing, man.
It's a coordinated attack, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, look, it's coordinated, man.
Yeah.
I mean, this whole generation, half of them, bro, it's like
they gone.
They gone, bro. It's a coordinated attack, man. It's like we were talking about before. Like I said, I remember seeing the pictures of the Secret Service agents during the time that I think Trump had just got elected, the upside down triangle, which means the pushing of the feminine energy, the feminine force, the feminine principle.
Mm-hmm.
So that means that they were going to use the woman, they were going to use the wiles of the woman to further strip down the men. And it's no coincidence that Me Too started off that. Now the funny thing about it is how they set it up is they set it up with Trump himself with the Stormy Daniels accusations.
Right.
They set it up with that, and then they morphed it into the Me Too, which doesn't make him get persecuted. Now they get that every Jake, they're using that whole thing as a freaking, as a what's it called, as a shadow or as a smoke screen.
Yeah.
To basically really get at Jake.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they got the Jake out there in Wisconsin that plays football. He didn't got with 2 Edomite women. They got him on rape charges, bro.
Come on, bro.
Yep.
That's cold, bro. And they got
so
them
two
women.
grown women.
Come on,
couldn't
man.
somehow fend off and defend themselves from a man, even if he's a strong man. They could bang and injure him, fight him,
and they have the women on the cameras and
running around in the apartment.
Man.
The one chick went and texted him back with an emoji smiling.
Look at that, Jake, man. That's a hint and a half for you on that, man.
Yep.
You got to open your eyes.
There's levels to this thing, because don't think that Esau's the only one that can do this. See, a lot of these women out here, you got to remember. I'm gonna say it very boldly and strongly. Okay, if your woman classifies yourself as a feminist, she's an enemy, bro.
Yeah.
I don't care how you slice. I don't care if it's your mama, your sister, your auntie, your grandma.
Yeah.
I don't care who it is. If she classifies herself as a feminist, she's an enemy to you.
She sure is.
She's just an enemy. She's an enemy in close quarters.
That's it.
Yep. Meaning she has the ability to hit you in your jugular vein.
What is that, man?
Okay, not from a distance.
This is Matthew 4 and no, I'm in Mark.
Yeah, it'll be the two.
Matthew 4. I think that's 4.
The strong man.
No. Where you was just going into the where it says enemies of your own household.
Oh, okay. Marriage foes should be his own household.
Yeah, I thought it was Matthew 4.
15.
No, 5. Yeah, okay, here it is. It says, this is Matthew 5 and 43. It says, ye have heard that it hath been said, thou shalt love thy neighbor and hate thine enemy. But I say unto you, love your enemies, bless them that curse you, do good to them that hate you, and pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you. Now, your so-called churches will use that scripture on you to basically say, right, you know, this is pertaining unto your Edomites and all the people.
Right.
But this is pertaining to your family members, like the brother was going into talking about the feminist movement. If one of your family members is in that feminist movement, they're enemy unto you, man. Mm-hmm. And this is what that scripture is talking about. Yep. The enemies
now
of
you got to pray for them that they get out of that.
Now you got to pray for them, man. Let's get it. I think it's Micah 7. Micah 7 and 6. Is Micah 7 and 6? Micah 7.
Sounds about right. Now she don't get out of it.
Yeah. Because your Micah 7 and 6 break down that. Yeah. It breaks down that enemy, because you know they'll tell you that these enemies are speaking of other nations, and speaking of other nations. That was right. Speaking of other nations, but that Micah, I think it's 7 and 6. It goes into detail on who that enemy is.
Yeah, this is Micah chapter 7 verse 6. For the son dishonoreth the father, and the daughter rises against her mother, and the mother-in-law against her daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And man's enemies are men of his own household.
Their own household. Their own household, man. So yeah, those enemies, man.
They can arise in there.
Yep. And so
That's ground zero. Listen, that's ground zero for Satan.
come on, man. That's ground.
I mean,
zero.
why would he need to go anywhere else? Why he need to go and try and mess with somebody at the job and get in his ear?
Right.
You know, he's gonna get in your immediate family here. Your parents,
or those of your nation.
your community.
Yeah, of your community. Yeah.
The same. Hey, that's why that's why it's called hoods and not neighborhoods.
Right.
For a reason.
Shoot.
Right?
Yep.
Because the way you live is you ain't got no neighbors. It's all man for himself. That's why y'all call it hoods, even in y'all's own vernacular.
Yep.
Even in your own vocabulary, you ain't got no neighbors. Now, if you go to the law, Deuteronomy 17 and 9.
And let me bring this out. This is just to back the brother up on that piece. It just popped on me. This is 1 Samuel 18 and 28, and it says, "And Saul saw and knew that the Lord was with David, and that Michal, Saul's daughter, loved him. And Saul was yet the more afraid of David, and Saul became David's enemy continually." So that goes right into that enemy in that household type thing.
He was living pretty much with Saul.
Yep.
With Jonathan when after he defeated Goliath.
And they weren't blood brothers, but they were.
So that means we're not supposed to forgive our oppressors.
See.
So
Yeah.
I mean, the same people that.
Ezekiel 23:20. That's what I'm talking about.
All right.
Well, anyway, whatever he's talking about, you're not supposed to forgive your oppressors.
Come on back and explain it to us.
Yeah, you got to come back.
Come on back, explain it to us. Come on back and talk about it. Come on back and talk about it.
Ezekiel 23:20. It's all about horse cocks.
Get it from.
It's about horse cocks.
Ezekiel 23 and 20.
Yeah, read
Get it
that.
from.
Read it for us.
Let me see what we got. This is Ezekiel 23 and
That's Bible.
and 20. "For she doted upon their paramours, whose flesh is as the flesh of asses."
Donkeys. Donkey cocks. Big old donkey cocks in the Bible.
Right.
And
You see what Edomites think?
And she listened.
You see where their minds
That's
go?
a great book.
You see what Edomites think? You see where they mind at?
Hey, I like Hebrews chapter 13.
That's right.
Hebrews chapter 13.
See,
Go read Isaiah 14 and start from the top.
see now.
Hebrews chapter 12, verse 16. "Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau."
See now, that's what you call a true Edomite,
Right.
there. That dude right there is a true enemy of the gospel.
And him and his wife will tell you that they're
Both of them.
Christians.
Right.
In 2 months, they'll be celebrating Christmas.
No, they're gonna be
What do you think
sitting
they
in church
celebrating?
tomorrow.
Shoot, they're gonna be celebrating Turkey Day here pretty soon. Now they're gonna be putting on
They're gonna be
costumes
sitting in
for
church
Halloween.
tomorrow.
They're gonna be in their little Halloween costumes.
This boy gonna say the scripture talking about
Don't get caught.
don't get caught.
This dude here, man.
This is Esau, man. He's a beast man. That's the reason why Esau, if you look at his god Baphomet. Baphomet is a hybrid of man, woman, and beast.
Right.
That's Esau's. That's
looking like
Esau's
a donkey.
You know.
Yeah, Esau is wicked, bro.
Wife walking around here with camel toe sticking out and everything. They both just running around here wicked.
She didn't want him to come over here because she knew he was gonna get sliced and
Yeah.
diced.
Uh-huh.
She didn't want him to see his blood get spilled, man.
Came right back up, fell for the okie doke.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. See.
We have possibly have peace with all men, but we're not supposed to forgive him.
Yeah, you're supposed to forgive
That's
him.
an Edomite, man.
Yeah, that's a true Edomite right there. And see, like,
And I knew he was gonna say
That's right.
something derogatory. Because usually when an Edomite goes into a scripture, they go into the same ones.
But he only proving who he is. That's all.
Exactly.
He was proving exactly who he was. He proving exactly who he was
right.
by what these scriptures say about it. What you just read in Hebrews, that was him right there. In the flesh.
His wife didn't want either two things is gonna happen. Either he's gonna look like a fool on camera,
Yeah.
or he was gonna get his butt. She didn't know.
Man, you know what, man? Your patience gets real short with these people as time goes on.
Got nothing to do with
He's
no
a-
donkey cocks.
He's a practical joker. That's Esau for you, man. He thinks everything's a game. You know, demons have that laugh. They have that laugh. You know, demons laugh too.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Him and his wife, both of them was demons. She
This
was
is-
entertaining it.
You know?
Like when we were talking about being at peace with all men.
You can't be at peace.
Shoot, yeah. But it
still said that far possible. It even gave you a clause there.
Oh yeah, it was possible.
If at all possible, be at peace with all men.
Just think how hard that was for Yahawashi when they came to when that militia came get him before he was crucified. You know, when Peter picked up the sword and cut off one of the centurion's ear.
Yeah.
Yahawashi told him put that sword away.
Bro, I was just reading that too.
But he said he would be in peace because all things had to be fulfilled.
Yeah, he told him.
Don't you know I can call my father and get 12 legions?
And he told him to put it down. He said, because he who lives by the sword shall die by the sword. He was basically getting his boy. He's like, man, look, don't do this here because these boys going to smash on you.
That's
you know what I mean? And saying that's that wisdom right there. That's where that wisdom comes in. Because, man, it had to be hard for that brother, man. See, they about to take it, but I know everybody knows that, according to the story, he didn't want that to happen to him.
Yeah.
That was the spirit of Satan.
But he said he was because all things had to be filled. It had to go down that way.
It had to go down.
Us being peaceful right now, we waiting on something to be fulfilled.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So we got to be at peace at times too, because we waiting on something to be fulfilled.
Yep.
We waiting on the kingdom, man.
That's right.
Shoot, we waiting on our Lord and Savior to come back, and He gonna deal with these folks, man.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. We just gotta operate that.
He should have been slapped in the face for being disrespectful of the Bible. Man.
Come on, man. That boy should have been put down.
Been slapped in the face
now
with the Bible.
With a wholesome Edomite Christian
with the Bible
had taken that.
No, he wouldn't have did that. He wouldn't have did that with him. He wouldn't have did that.
Bet he won't go stand up in First Baptist and tell the pastor to pull up Ezekiel and tell him that's talking about donkey cocks.
Yep. Let him go up in there and say that.
That's where he gonna be at Sunday morning. That's where he gonna be at tomorrow morning.
Right.
They'd be like, do you know what Connor did?
Yeah.
Connor went to First Baptist and he said, oh my gosh.
Just showed the ignorance of Esau, man.
That's what it was, man. Straight ignorance, man.
He proved us wrong. He proved us right.
Yeah, he proved the scriptures.
Does see a lot of stuff with what's going on with the internet and things being recorded is that it's proving a lot of stuff right.
Yeah.
Even with men, with the whole division between the men and the women in the nation, even though it started by Esau, a lot of stuff is proven right by brothers just by the internet alone.
Right.
Like when we tell guys, listen, don't go out of your way to go and defend a random woman that you don't know, bro.
That's using wisdom.
That's using wisdom in and of itself.
Yep.
Now you saw what them guys in Tulsa, Oklahoma did after that Moabite them punched the woman. They went over there to go and protest against the place. The woman went and lined up to go buy some more weed.
Come on, man. Look at that, man.
I forgave him already.
And then one of them came out and was yelling at the brother. He was like, sis, we're trying to defend y'all. We're trying to defend y'all. We're trying to protest. What are you doing, sister? She's like, I don't care. Hey, you ain't got no control over me.
You know what, man?
I'm like, the black woman is God dudes to be the first ones to put your head on the damn chopping block and get chopped off for a woman like that.
Yeah, for a very base woman, man. Man, you know,
goddess of Diana worshippers, Diana of Ephesus.
Boy, man.
That's why we have to warn brothers, man. You guys are over here running jumping, man. This ain't the time. You ain't got to come out here and defend all of our people.
Yeah.
Now, if you see someone that's in need, we're not saying as far as, but we saying use wisdom.
Yeah, use
wisdom. You see a woman out here getting whipped by her man, you don't know if she done went and slept with somebody.
Right,
you know?
right.
See, there's a YouTube show, right? With the spiritual fitness. You ever seen that? There's a guy, he teaches self-defense. And in the self-defense, he shows different videos from around the world of people defending themselves or being killed. And basically he's trying to show them, like, be aware of the situation.
Yeah. Like, if you pulling a gun out, he shows the videos, and he's like, how could he have handled this better?
Yeah.
You know, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
There was a showing where the one was in Mexico. Dude was beating up his woman in the club, in a bar, like whooping up on her. Dude comes through, pushes the man that's beating him, like, hey man, stop what you're doing, man. You can't be beating on her. Man, the dude that was beating his woman, pulled out a gun and blew his head off right there in the middle of the bar and walked right out. And guess who was holding on his hand as he walked out? The same woman he was whooping her ass for. The same woman he was whooping is the same one that walked out, and the dude just lost his life defending her.
Golly, bro. See now, hey, boy, this world, man.
That's why the brother's teaching you code of conduct.
Code of conduct, bro.
Code of conduct with the heathen, code of conduct with your brethren, and the code of conduct with the people that don't.
That's right. That's right.
That's what we're teaching. Because you go out there with your mind being, you got to go and defend all of our people, man. You can't do that, bro. You got to use wisdom in every situation. We're not saying that someone shouldn't go to come to aid of somebody of our nation if they're in need of help.
Right.
But you got to really examine what's the situation. You see a couple walking down the street and the dude is whipping his woman, man, you don't know why he's doing it.
Yeah.
You don't know why he's doing it, bro. He could have then sitting right next to her, she done got a text of a man's rod.
Come on.
Tell me, hey, you coming through? And then he done had the spirit of jealousy done jumped on him. He whooping her up. Now you done jumped up in the air. It tells you in the law to meddle not in another man's matter, bro.
That's right. That's right. Because you know why? Because death will come upon you.
Yeah. You'll not be guilty.
Yep.
You will not be found guiltless.
Yeah, man. So you gotta be real careful with this stuff, man.
Yep. You will not be found guiltless, man. It even has a law in there if two men are fighting and a woman comes through and having to grab the other man's jewels.
Yep.
She gets her hand chopped off.
She get her hand chopped off, bro. It's in there for a purpose.
The Most High, this is in the law, man. You ain't supposed to be just jumping in there. Sometimes when the Most High has a fight between two men, let it happen, man.
Man, you brothers, man.
Just let it happen, and then when it's over, tell the brother, hey, look, man, he lost. Chill.
Yep.
That's as far as you go sometimes. You don't know what be happening out here.
Right.
You just jump in, you think everything. The video, I'm telling you, the dude came to her defense, got his head blown off, and the guy that was whooping up on his woman, he walked out with his woman, grabbed up on him like this. That thing took them but 30 seconds, bro.
30 seconds, that boy lost his life. All because he didn't understand laws according to the scripture. This book right here governs this whole thing, man.
Come on, Doc. Get Romans 13, Doc. You know? That's why you got to understand this, man. That's why the brother was talking about, you got to understand the patience that you got to have. You can't get upset when you see some of the police brutality. You really can't get upset. Yep. Some of that stuff is unjustified, but some of that stuff is just the Most High just letting it happen to rouse us up.
This is Romans 13. Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers, for there is no power but of God. The powers that be are ordained of God.
Yeah, so the police force, the slave patrol, as it's really known,
right?
Because that's really what it is. It's a slave patrol.
That's right.
The only reason why police departments were created was to basically subject our people to different oppressive tactics. That's it.
Yep, that's right. That's right.
That's the reason why Edomite can call the cops and not get charged as impersonating a police officer, because they have diplomatic immunity.
Come on, man. Verse 2. Whosoever therefore resisteth the power, resisteth the ordinance of God. And they that resist shall receive to themselves damnation.
That's why you got a lot of take, man. I ain't put my hands behind my back. You ain't gonna. No, that's why when Esau pulled out the gun and murked you, because he wasn't obeying the orders, man.
Yeah.
Mind you, we were saying it's unjustified murder, but we're telling you that you can't be bucking up against the man who the Most High gave power to at this time.
That's right.
He wants to kill you. He wants to give him a reason. Just give him no reason to do it.
Right. Just no reason to do it, man. And see, like, brothers will look at this and say, well, how y'all able to do this here on the corners, man? Because the rulers are not a terror unto good works. And this is an ordinance of the Most High too. This is verse 3. For rulers are not a terror to good works, but to the evil. See, when you resisted these powers, you doing evil, man.
Yep.
So when you doing righteous works, man, like we coming out here, we relaying this to our people, man.
Yeah.
Hey, man,
we're not harassing nobody.
We're not harassing nobody. Hey, man, the rulers are a terror.
No, hey, but people harass us. So the Edomite came out of nowhere and harass us. Now, you think if we was in a squared circle in the octagon, you think he'd say something?
Come on, that boy be.
We challenge him to go to some mixed martial arts place and say, let's handle it over there.
Yeah, that boy
won't show up, man.
Well, I'm telling you, man.
So even Esau understands his power. He understands he want to go to some fighting in, so he could go call the cops. We got everything on camera, bro.
Right. Yep.
And see, when you see, like, there was a situation, I think it was in Coral Springs, Jake girl, 14 years old, cop was punching because she was resisting arrest.
Man, punch. Hey, it had one cop on this side, the other one on top, and he just punched it in her side, bro. She on the ground. The Jake sister on there. What you hit that?
What she her hands? First of all, what the cop was doing was wrong, but let's go and peel back what happened before that. They was at the freaking mall. The kids was acting rambunctious. They were told to leave. They didn't want to leave. So allegedly some kid had spit on her or whatever, and she was trying to confront. But that precedence of you trying to confront whoever did what to you, it doesn't matter once Esau tells you. Esau got a gun.
That's right.
Esau tells you to leave the mall. You do that first, then you handle whatever you got to handle.
That's right.
Now that's wisdom. That's wisdom right there.
That's Romans 13.
We was just on it.
We was just on it.
Oh, y'all was?
Yeah, we just read that.
And we could go get the law, get the Deuteronomy 28, and about the you care not for the young or the old.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's
because see, that's why you got to know who your enemy is.
That's
man.
why you got to, bro.
Our parents. Listen, man. What does it say in the scripture? For we have inherited lies from our fathers.
In vanity.
We've inherited lies.
Jeremiah,
That generations before us, man, they done lied. They inherited lies and they try to feed it to us.
Yep.
We're just fortunate to have woken up to realize we don't believe in that stuff no more.
Yep.
We don't believe in that. I have a dream. We don't believe in that, bro.
Yeah, it don't work.
We don't believe in all that stuff. I have a dream was nothing but a nightmare.
Oh man.
You can have a dream and it's a nightmare.
Yep. That's right.
Right.
That's true.
And that's basically what happened.
Because you can look at, you can check the report, check history, man.
Come on, bro.
Go hand in hand with these people, man. Look at the history. Look where it's got you. It got you deeper into an abyss of wickedness. Is basically what it did.
Yeah, I seen that Jake. He tried to say the reason why they're doing this is because they know that we're the moral people of the earth. Right? That's a damn lie. And didn't it say we declare our sin in Sodom?
Yep.
It's in there for a reason, bro. We didn't went and did our deeds and surpassed the wicked.
Yeah. Yep. That's right.
So I mean, how are we the moral people of the earth, man? When we got the highest rate of fatherless kids on the planet, bro. There's nowhere on the planet you could show it, bro. We're talking about on the planet.
Yep.
You can go to remote jungles in the Amazon, you will see that stuff.
That's right.
Your actions are even lower than a common beast.
That's
and
right.
elephants don't even leave their young, bro. Jake, but our people do. You think a mother elephant that has a baby elephant is going to basically keep her baby elephant away from the father? She got a male elephant she done gave birth to. She gonna run off the man.
Man,
that's our people that do that.
Man, those elephants show more compassion on their own than our people as humans on this planet, bro.
Yeah.
They go and watch that animal kingdom. It's a reason why the Most High always using an animal animals, man.
Yep.
You know, the worker for the ant. Look at the elephant, man. And Esau, man, this dude is a demon, man. I was watching a video. This dude goes out and blows away the head elephant of this little deal.
It was clearly the patriarch.
Yeah,
it was the biggest one.
Yeah.
And he was.
And the elephants was kind of like, what's going on at first? And then he popped it again. And then the elephants, then they saw what was coming. They started charging him. It's like, man, this dude is a straight demon, bro.
He's a straight demon, man. They said the enemy coming to rob, kill, and destroy.
Like that one I seen, Edomite killed the whole family of baboon.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Then had them all posted up, sitting up, you know, like with the little baby still the mama holding the little baby with a big hole in her chest, and the father baboon sitting there like behind like a family portrait.
This guy's a demon, man.
Like killed them all.
Bro, that's just demonic. See, when you gotta understand, this is so heavy. You gotta understand, when you got a nation of people, a nation of people that are true Satanists, you got to remember, everything that has life in it is in their mind. They want it to die.
That's right.
That is the end game. Like, you know, when people say, what is the end game of all this?
Right,
you know, they'd be like,
right.
What is the end game for Esau is complete destruction of all life on earth.
That's what he wants.
That's it. He didn't create it. So he has to destroy it.
Right. That's
right.
what he do, man.
He's the anti-God, man.
That's right.
You're talking about God the creator? This is the anti-God, Satan the destroyer, and his children.
Oh.
It's levels, man. This man wants to destroy everything on the earth, man.
Everything. You man, look. It's kind of like, man, when you this dude is just renting this place right now, man.
Yep.
He's renting.
Like I said, he's a temporary administrator of the system.
Yeah, because you know how rent.
He has administrator keys right now. You know.
See, it's kind of like, man, this dude he's renting this place right now because when you go and let's just say you got a house. You rent that house out to somebody. You got a nice house.
Yep.
Those renters come in there, man.
They can trash it up.
They got holes in the walls.
Yep.
The carpet got piss stains and everything on it. You're like, man, what's going on here? Because it ain't theirs.
Yep.
They know it's not theirs, so they gonna do whatever they want to. They don't care about it. That's how this man is doing, man. He knows he's only renting this place, so he cares not what he does with the place. I kill all the animals.
Yep.
I'll blow up all cities. I can do whatever I want to because I'm a renter. I'm not gonna own this. I'm never gonna own it.
Yeah, and a lot of people are bamboozled. They're like, how come when they go to Africa, they do those things, yada yada? I'm like, listen, this is the reason why y'all don't understand. Y'all don't believe that this man rules the earth.
Right.
You believe that because he gave independence to a few quote unquote so-called African countries back in the 60s, that he just completely left and he ain't got no control, no nothing there. No. Esau can jump on a plane. He got what's called a passport.
right.
If you got a European Union passport, American passport, a Canadian passport, that means I can do.
I'm rolling ever.
You know what I'm saying? You ever see them old rock and roll bands? They used to go in hotels and they used to just trash you.
Yeah, they don't care, man.
That's what Esau do, bro.
They don't care, bro.
So that's his mentality, man. I'm gonna come to freaking Namibia. I'm gonna come to Kenya. I'm gonna go into the Serengeti. I'm gonna just shoot at elephants.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kill them. You know what you gonna do?
The governments can't. And you think if they go to the government can't do nothing. And the governments of them countries can't got power over them Edomites.
Them boys,
think about it. They got their own guns from another country. Came on the plane with a big ass rifle.
Man.
And traveled. Check that joker into the airplane.
With their rifle.
Come on, bro.
Check that joker into the airplane. Show their hunter's license. They probably got an international hunter's license.
But let Ishmael try to board a plane with a gun.
Hey, boy.
And see what's gonna happen.
Shoot.
That joker rules the world, man.
Come on, man.
This man came all the way from America with his friends with a big ass rifle. You know, the caliber bullets.
Several of them.
What's the caliber?
That's the 50 cal.
What's the caliber bullet that he probably used to shoot that elephant?
Oh, bro. Man, he was big.
Yeah, because that elephant was a big bull, man. That thing was a
50 caliber.
Yeah, man. He popped that elephant, man. He dropped an elephant, man. You can't have just a regular bullet, man. Them elephants are huge, man. You got to have some power behind it.
He had to shoot it like 3 times. The first one stunned him.
Yeah.
And he kept running, and then they shot at the other 2, and he dropped.
Yep. And them elephants, you know, they coming towards him with them ears flapping. They're like, get this.
Oh, yeah.
I wish you'd have just showed them jokers just stomping it.
I know, man.
You know, man, the beast, man. This dude be tearing up the beast of the planet, bro. They
got people talking about saving the environment.
They got this one Edomite, bro. I seen a documentary on it. This fool got a rhinoceros form. And you know they sell the ivory. The ivory is illegal to be sold in Africa.
Yeah.
But he got a rhinoceros form. But he claiming poachers be coming over there killing the rhinoceros, stealing the horns. So he say stop that. He cutting the horns off. The boy got shipping containers, bro.
Full of horns.
Bunch of them, full of rhinoceros horns. And swearing that he not selling them, he doing that to stop the poaching.
I've seen that.
He's cutting them off himself.
That boy is a liar.
That boy is a lie. But he know
liar.
how much they go for. He on the camera telling how much they go for, who the biggest buyers, like in China somewhere.
Ain't about to pass up no money, bro.
He know he's selling them.
Esau ain't
That
about
boy
to
got shipping. I like, bro. You know how many rhinoceros you done cut off to fill up shipping containers, man?
Man, that's a lot of.
That boy got a bunch of.
Man, they can kill off all the black rhinos, bro.
Yeah.
They extinct now. That make this dude coming in here just taking
90% of the world animals is extinct because of this devil, man.
Man, we're in a mass extinction, call it extinction level event. The extinction level event, see, what they do in Esau science, they'll say extinction level event, meaning that there's an event that basically leads to mass extinction.
Right.
But the proof of that event was since this man came into power, there's been extinction. You can pinpoint the downfall of all life forms with this man taking over the earth.
Right. Esau called
it's
this
a direct correlation.
He called conservation going over there and killing a lot of them, and then
look at that, bro.
That's what he called conservation. Literally. That's what they say. That's how they conserving the animals.
Yeah, we gotta kill the lions so they don't kill a lot of the lions is going into freaking extinction.
Man.
It's like,
and then they go
like, what you gotta go kill a giraffe for? The same Edomite I told you had the family of gorillas.
Yeah.
He had a giraffe he had to kill.
He did. I had to show the other picture.
Yeah, what you gonna go do with that?
What, them Edomites eating giraffes now?
They ain't no telling. It might be.
Man.
You know they like long, skinny legs. So it ain't no telling what they doing with the thing.
For real.
Oh man. Hey put them people gone. Oh boy.
Yeah, so you gotta, and the reason why we gotta say this, you gotta understand, know thine enemy, man.
Yeah, know your enemy, right?
Man, that tells you in the Sirach, it said it grieveth the enemy to
grieveth the enemy. Yeah.
To teach your child, your son.
Yeah.
It grieveth him, man, when you lacing up with game.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they hate that, man. That's why these people do not like this homeschooling thing, man.
Yep.
Because the homeschooling, you get to educate your child according to your mind and the information that they're going to need. And guess what happens with that? When you go to these elites, man, they don't teach the elite kids out of the same books that they teaching y'all kids in these schools. Mm-hmm. They teach them out of encyclopedias, man. Yeah. These kids are laced up on game from the jump. They understanding money, finance, all these type of things, man. They lacing them up. Now, for brothers and sisters in truth, man, it behooves you to teach your kid and teach them out of this. Lace them up on game on this here. Mm-hmm. And then they understand who these people are, man. So when they grow up, how's the scripture go? Though he depart, he shall come back into it.
Because they'll revert back to what when things don't go right, they'll revert back to the good things that they were taught.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. But see, what do they have to revert back to right now? You teaching them wickedness. You teaching them wickedness. Yeah, they teaching them wickedness.
That's
and what they gonna do?
Bro.
We just gonna go right back to the wickedness. Yeah. They ain't got no other option.
Yeah.
What
they be like, man, things so much better in the 90s. Okay, well, so y'all gonna go back to gang banging?
Yeah, right.
So like, what are you going back to, bro? You're still going back to another level of wickedness.
and let me tell you something, man. These Edomites are so cold, man. Hey, man, all these movies that are coming out, man, they pushing major feminist movies. I mean, I was a big time.
Bro, I said, when that boy Trump got elected, I said, man, they about to push that feminism. Bro, when I saw that upside down triangle, man. Bro,
that piece is so heavy because, man, I'm big into comic books, man, and I used to be into big time back in the Gap. Man, you had all these heroes and everything. You know, you had a few women like the Wonder Woman, but for the majority, it was men.
Yeah,
man. I like the Spider Friends. They had the Iceman, Firestorm, and Spider-Man. Why they got to comment out now, man, with the Iceman? He's a gay. And he ain't just a gay. He's a vicious gay. Meaning that this dude is a homosexual beast.
He's Alexander the Great.
He's an Alexander the Great. The Iceman is Alexander the Great, bro. And look, Captain Marvel used to be a dude, man. They turned her into a woman now, man. This feminist, man, every movie that's coming out, man, this feminist movement. And then you have so many controversial movies. One that just came out where they had the little Jake, he gets shot by the cop. The Things We Hate or something like that. Something.
Yeah. Who's in the movie?
Man, I can't recall.
I saw the preview for it.
Yeah, it's something. The Things We Hate or something like that, man. But
don't they have?
It's like a really controversial piece right now.
They got the Amalekite chick, Amanda Steinberg.
Yeah.
They got one of them.
Yeah, one of them.
She's like a revolutionary type stuff. I know what you're talking about.
And see, and what it is, man, it's sparking. It's like very controversial. And like my wife didn't want to go and see it the other day, and she came out there and she told me, she said, man, that movie had you coming out of the theater looking at these Edomites a certain kind of way. And it's the reason why Esau pushing that out, because they're trying to get that racial tension going.
Yep.
Just like when Birth of a Nation came out, people was like, man,
remember before Birth of a Nation, they had dropped that what's it called, Boys in the Hood.
Boys in the Hood, they brought that out, man. So
and that was to bring up the anti-police thing. Remember, that was in the heat of all this protesting.
Right.
When they dropped that in that summer, it was like August, I believe.
Right.
It's usually in the summer times when you have a lot of rioting.
That's right. So you gotta see how your enemy is operating, man, in this time. Because man, these dudes. The movies is used as a tool.
It's a tool. You have it's actually based out in DC. You have what's called the Motion Picture Association of America. Mm-hmm. And the Motion Picture Association of America is they usually have a person that's usually a former senator that will be the head of it.
Right.
So we're talking about someone that doesn't even make movies is the head of it'll be like a Chris Dodd or something. And they'll be the head of the Motion Picture Association of America. Now, why is a politician the head of a Motion Picture Association of America? Man. He don't even make movies.
Come on,
he never acted in one.
Come on, huh?
So,
come on, it's agenda based, bro.
So,
it's agenda.
When they go and mind you, it's in DC. It ain't in LA. So when they get the movie scripts and they see the movies, they have to basically the studios and everybody. When they put out movies, certain movies have to be selected to push forward certain agendas, man.
Oh, man.
You guys don't know how heavy the game is,
boy,
man.
That's cold right there, boy. That's cold right there.
It's levels to this thing, man.
It's like, man, them boys got these think tanks, man. They sit around that round circle and they like, man, look here. You need to get this thing popping. let Oliver Stone push that movie. Let so-and-so push that movie, man. We got to be strategic about this thing. We need more of these lower level Edomites to get addicted to these opioids, start, you know, make it a little harder for them, bring the pressure to where it pops. We need to bring these blacks, these so-called blacks and Latinos and Native Americans, we need to get them riled up, bring more of these controversial movies.
They do that with the music industry too. See, the music industry also has their own governing body as well, which they do the same thing.
Right.
And what they do is they basically have like a set of different agendas that they want to push. Some of them it's harder for them to push than others because you got to like let the frog, so you say, get settled in the boiling pot.
Right.
So you got to turn up a notch a little bit, little by little.
Right.
Now, an album just dropped by Future and Trippie Redd, I believe, and the album is called "The World on Drugs." And on the album cover, it's got the globe of the world, and it's got like got a syrup coating cup, and then pills and drugs, basically being poured off over the whole earth.
Straight gone.
Gone, bro. Oh man, hey man.
That's why your kids is gone, man. A lot of these kids is through.
Bruh, man, it doesn't make any sense that you have to you actually have to teach your kids this stuff now, man.
Yeah, teach them like this is what boys do, this is what girls do.
Yeah, bro, you actually have to do that now, man. Man, when I was coming up, man, they ain't have to do that.
Nah.
Man, look, hey, look here. Man, what you doing with that? Man, get out there and play some football with your cousins, man. Don't go out there and let them girls do that stuff. That's how it was, man.
That's why at our age, that stuff still looks so strange.
It's strange to us, bro.
But like, the young Jake see that stuff and be like,
it's normal. They don't even flip on the radar.
Man, it's like me and my cousin, man, we I'd say about 12, 13, man. We was young, man. Used to walk to the store all the time. You know, man, go and get something to eat, man. We roll up in there, man, big old dude, man. I never forget this, boy. Because, man, he ran so hot, man. My cousin just got hot quick. That boy was so pissed. A grown man looking at him up here, kissing at him, talking about he wanted to get it. Man, my cousin, man, that boy just went rage, boy. That boy was just enraged. He walked in that store, man. He was like, oh, man, you don't know what I want to do to that dog, man. I want to, damn, boy, if I had something, man. That boy was like, man, that boy was so hot, man. That boy would have took that boy out, man. If something would have been in his hand that could take that dude out, he would have did it.
Probably would have did it.
He probably would have did it. He was at that boiling point, man. And, man, this is when we was teenagers, man. We, like, just becoming teenagers. And, man, I remember that, boy. I was like, man, that stuff was... this stuff is wicked, boy. It's a wicked society, man.
And what they do is now they push it so much that it's, like the brother was saying, it's become normalized.
Yeah. These people is through, bro. These people is through. You know? I mean, what can you do with this stuff, man?
When you go to the Motion Picture, MPA, Motion Picture Association of America, it says headquarters Washington, D.C. And the members of it is all the major studios.
Yeah.
It just so happens to be, what, 6 probably? Because, you know, they push Fort numerology in their stuff.
right.
The 6 major film studios of Hollywood: Paramount Pictures, Warner Brothers, Sony Pictures, 20th Century Fox, Universal Studios, and Walt Disney.
Right. See?
You know?
That's crazy.
And they have this for they have another one for music too, but this is mainly for television and film. Like your whole Bill Cosby thing, man, that stuff was created, orchestrated to create the whole thing, because see what was happening in the 80s was that you had a high rates of all social ills that were occurring on people, especially during the crack epidemic. So a high rate of teen pregnancy, these are all terms to use. High rate of teen pregnancy, high rate of homicide, drug abuse, abandoned kids, all that stuff was going on. So what Esau did, it was to basically create a Jedi mind trick on Jake. They threw a family out there that was not a representation of your average Jake family.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
They threw out basically what you call a Boulay family.
Yeah, that was the American dream right there.
Yeah. So it allowed them in that midst of despair to chase this fake American dream, like the brother's talking about.
That's the Esau dream. That's not Jake's dream.
Yeah, that ain't Jake's dream right there, man. Sirach 12:10. It says, "Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness."
No, we supposed to forgive him though, Op. No, he said we have to forgive though.
Yeah.
Man, never trust
that's
thine
the
enemy.
Old Testament.
Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him.
No,
Don't
but
forgive him.
see, when Jesus came, all that changed.
Right. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. Set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat.
Man.
And thou at the last remember my words, and be pricked therefore with. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent?
I done literally seen Esau do that
Yeah,
in
man.
business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yep.
this brother I told y'all, he got like a fried chicken joint.
Yeah.
And he told me that he let Esau get in on it. One of them out here, put one out here.
Yeah. What, like a Louisiana fried chicken?
Yeah,
That dope has been
yeah.
popping up everywhere.
It's like that, but it's called something else in down Louisiana.
Okay.
But his boy got some good chicken.
Yeah.
So he say some of the people that stay out here kept coming back down to Louisiana saying, "Man, your chicken out there don't taste the same like it do over here." So he goes down there, come to find out Esau using his own seasoning on the man chicken.
Come on, man, on a franchise.
Yeah, start using his own seasoning, trying to sell it in there.
Bro, that's a lawsuit right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's a lawsuit.
I say,
right there.
man,
That's how you gotta get. That's how you hit them Edomites in that pocket.
damn
Them,
devil.
them boys, man. When you hit them in that pocket, them boys be going
fall
crazy.
back.
They fall back, man. That's the only.
Cause see that what he do? They season it with. They got their own seasoning, like Tony Satchels. They got their own,
Yeah, yeah.
and they use it on their chicken.
Yeah.
So, but Esau went in there and learned, I guess, the game on how to
Look at that, man.
cook the chicken the way they do it. Cause that chicken be falling off the bone, bro, fried.
Boy, that boy, man, them boys wicked, boy. You can't. Man, an Edomite
That
ain't
boy
good
started
in
using
no
his
way,
own,
bro.
trying to take that man position, trying to take his seat.
Yeah.
They're like Dick Gregory. He let the Edomites take his company, man.
Man, yeah, hey, man.
Oh, what about famous Amos?
Yep.
Yep.
So
Famous
did.
Amos lost his company to Esau.
Yep.
The dude that made all them cookies, man. You think you still buying his cookies? He ain't making them.
Uh-huh.
Esau done took it,
They
man.
took it.
That was Dick Gregory was part of this group of black herbalists back in the days, man. And it was like I think it was like 5 or 6 of them. And one dude out of that 6 kept his business, man, and Esau didn't take it, bro. And this dude, his name is Paul Goss. I think it's called, I can't remember the name of his product, but his name is Paul Goss. One of his main things is called CKLS that he sells, man. He told the story of Dick Gregory and these other 4 dudes that was with them, man. And he said that he was getting game laced from the older school people that told him about the herb game. They say, do not let these Edomites in this thing.
They show you in the movie Power. I ain't never watched the thing since it first came out. But I seen it on, and I asked my old lady, she was looking at it. I say, what the happened, man? What you call on record cover no more? She was like, nah, some white dude came in there and took it over.
Oh yeah.
He got the company now.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's how, hey man, that's how the game.
I was like, look at this.
Empire.
That's it.
Empire.
Yeah. I couldn't think
Yeah,
of
they
the movie.
take over all that. Cadillac Records, Motown.
Yeah.
That stuff is crazy, bro.
The Motown was bought out. See what they do collusion. They do like different things.
Once they
tactics.
get you in there with them, it's a partnership. But then sooner or later,
Yeah.
you're gonna get ran by the board.
Yeah.
You got a board that's a committee that's gonna be over that company,
Yeah.
and they can take out whoever they want from out of there.
Yeah.
And once you let that get under that committee, you ain't owning nothing no more. Nothing.
I'm ready, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, but it's crazy. I mean, the way that these doggone devils are, man.
But they coming. They can feel it. Just like when that boy came in, I called him an Edomite.
Yep.
He knew what that was.
Yep.
He knew.
That's how they be hurting,
Yeah.
man.
They've been watching them videos, man. YouTube flooded,
And
bro.
listen, we're not as harsh as other men.
That's right.
Those other men, they really giving the business, man. We don't go that route, but there's some guys.
Like I say,
they
he would have
got.
he would have got shoved across the street though. In some of these camps, he would have been come jumping trying to get in the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, let him go down there and try that with that.
Yeah. He gonna curse. He gonna tell him about how what they gonna do to his wife.
Yep. How she gonna get ravished?
Yeah. They don't stop at just him.
Gonna be my bed
They
wench.
going to the old lady, man. We in this corner.
My bed wench. Yeah, you gonna wear that what you got right now. Walk around in my house.
This is Matthew 26:6. Now when Yahawashi was in Bethany in the house of Simon the leper, there came to him a woman having an alabaster box of very precious ointment, and poured it on his head as he sat at meat. But when his disciples saw it, they had indignation, saying, "To what purpose is this waste? For this ointment might have been sold for much and given to the poor." When Yahawashi understood it, he said unto them, "Why trouble ye the woman? For she hath brought a good work upon me. For ye have the poor always with you, but me ye have not always. For in that she hath poured this ointment on my body, she did it for my burial. Verily I say unto you, wheresoever this gospel shall be preached in the whole world, there shall also this that this woman hath done be told for a memorial of her." And with that, we like to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi. Peace and blessings to you brothers and sisters waiting on the deliverance of our Lord and Savior Yahawashi. Shalom.
Shalom.